Good evening, Hawkeye Area Council. Thank you for taking your time to attend the 2020 Popcorn Virtual Kickoff. We know there have been so many challenging events happening this year. Tonight, the Council is going to provide you with the training and tools necessary to overcome these challenges and help you plan for a safe and successful popcorn season. After this training, you will have a better understanding of the options available to sell popcorn safely and to recruit new members and retain your current scouts and their families. Before we begin, there are a few housekeeping items. First, I would like to thank our kickoff sponsor, Pecatonica River Popcorn, and the volunteers that are helping us this popcorn season. After the slideshow, Council staff and Brian Arndt with Pecatonica will open the meeting to questions. We ask that you mute your microphone and submit questions using the chat feature. If you haven't already done so, please pick up your materials and tasting kits from the Scout office during regular business hours, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5 p.m. Materials are available in the Scout office lobby through a self-guided process. With that said, let's meet Team Popcorn. Brian Arndt is returning this year as our client support representative for Pecatonica. We are excited to have him on board again to help us with all of our popcorn needs. I am Heather Lampy, your popcorn staff advisor and console development director. Jeannie Barbian is your popcorn warehouse advisor and console contribution specialist. We're excited to announce we have a new popcorn warehouse assistant who will be helping us part-time in the warehouse this season. Please join us in welcoming Jamie Hiromi. This year, we are introducing a newly revised popcorn district chair volunteer position. These volunteers will help us funnel questions and communications throughout the season. Your popcorn district chair is your respective point person for all of your popcorn questions and inquiries. If something falls outside the scope of this position, the volunteers will forward those questions or issues to myself and Jeannie. So for Old Capitol Valley, your popcorn chair is Kevin Barber. Red Cedar, you have two co-chairs that are sharing the Red Cedar popcorn address that's noted on the slide, and they are Chuck Neighbor and Jan Rosauer. And in Three Rivers, your popcorn district chair is Allison Parr. For our warehouse sort day on September 16th, your warehouse logistics coordinators will help guide you through that process. In Old Capitol Valley, that is Kevin Barber at the Johnson County Fairgrounds location. Tracy Schloss will be helping with the Red Cedar location, and Don Watson is the warehouse coordinator for the Three Rivers location at Lynn County REC. So why do we sell popcorn? There are many benefits to selling popcorn. It provides the necessary funding for units and the console to continue providing scouts high-quality programs and activities. At the console level, popcorn makes up 38% of our budget. This allows us to maintain and operate our 500-acre Howard H. Cherry Scout Reservation Camp and our property in Cedar Rapids that includes the warehouse, scout shop, and scout office. Popcorn also provides the necessary funding for our outdoor adventures at camp and our youth programs offered throughout the year. For units, as you prepare your budget, popcorn is a great source of revenue to help you offset your unit expenses and maintain a balanced budget. And at the scout level, popcorn teaches youth scouting values, including responsibility, perseverance. You're going to hear a lot of no's sometimes before you hear that golden yes. Salesmanship, and business skills. So the next two slides are our sales schedule, and as we have adapted to 2020, we know we're going to have to continue to be flexible. So our sales schedule has changed again. In your popcorn tasting kits and the packets that you pick up at the Scout office, the sales schedule will be outdated. There will be a revised schedule in front of your materials, and this will also be posted on our popcorn web. Let's redo this slide. Next up is our sales schedule. As you know, with 2020, we have learned to adapt and be flexible with everything. Our sales schedule has changed again, and so the most current sales schedule will be available on our popcorn website. as well as in your popcorn training material packets. So tonight, September 2nd, is a kickoff. You have until the next day at noon, September 3rd, to place your initial order. Let's talk about the initial order for a minute. If any year is the year to be a little conservative when placing your first order, this is the year to do so. So what we're encouraging units is to look at your sales invoice if you sold last year. This will be available in your popcorn training packets. It will show you all of the popcorn that you ordered throughout the 2019 season. Please be mindful with this initial order that you're ordering by cases only, not containers. If you're on the fence about selling popcorn, or you're not quite certain the level of quantity you want to have at your garage locations, then you can always wait to place an order after September 16th. You can reorder as much as you want and as often as you would like to throughout the popcorn season. Reorders after September 16th are by containers, not cases. So again, if you're uncertain or you do not want to order by the case, you can wait till after the 16th. If you would like product on hand right away when the season starts and to have some for upcoming booth sales and events, then please place that initial order by noon, September 3rd. Then the big day arrives. September 16th is our revised start date. This is when you pick up your initial orders, prize flyers, and your sale order forms from your warehouse sites. So if you are unable to have a unit representative pick up your initial order materials at that specific location for your district, you can choose the council warehouse as a pickup location. Orders that have selected the council warehouse for their site location, those will not be ready until Friday, September 18th. So we highly encourage units to select your district warehouse location to be picked up on the 16th sort day. Otherwise, it will be later that week that order will be available at a different location. Midway throughout our season, around October 19th, is when trading begins. Trading is a golden opportunity for you to get rid of some of that extra inventory and replenish it with something that is selling like hotcakes. So on October 19th, after you've turned in 50% of your unit costs, which will be provided with a report, you will receive October 12th that will show all the product you have ordered through October 9th. So once you pay that first 50% invoice and have turned in your unit sales roster, you can start trading. The unit sales roster this year is an electronic form. This is a great checks and balance for the council to ensure that the scouts listed on the roster are registered with the BSA and they're registered with the unit that they're selling popcorn for. Trading is 10 for 10, not dollar for dollar. So if you have a lot of product, let's say you have the $20 classic caramel sea salt tins, now they just aren't selling well, and you want to trade it in for a $10 bucket of white ruby, you can do that. So on your order, you will note what you're trading in, but your order has to be a minimum of the same quantity. So for instance, you have 5 tins you're trading in of caramel sea salt. Your order should be for a minimum of 5 tins of another product. It can be for more, but the minimum has to be what you're trading in. And then our sales season, the end date is the same, and that's November 6th. You'll have a bunch of forms to turn in, your final payment, and you can return up to 5% of your inventory. So that is why it's important to make sure you're a little conservative up front. November 20th is the final payment and pickup for take order units. So if you are on the fence for selling popcorn, or you traditionally prefer to sell the take order units, then you will have your product available to be picked up on November 20th. Take order units are those that decide not to have product on hand throughout the season. So you go secure payment and orders upfront from customers, communicating with them that they are paying upfront for product that will not be delivered until after November 6th. So for those that may be a little hesitant to store product at their garage, or again, you're just not quite certain about the season, there's always a take order option. And so you would collect the payment or orders up front, and then deliver the product at the end of the sales season. This slide will show you our sales schedule for our incentive program. Scouts, families, and volunteers such as yourselves work hard during the popcorn season. Our council understands the amount of work it takes to have a successful popcorn fundraiser and want to properly reward our scouts and volunteers for their efforts. We will have incentive events next year. They may look different, the dates may change, but there will be an incentive event. We've had conversations with our business partners, and they have adamantly expressed interest in hosting an event with us again. With the current health situation, they are unable to finalize details since so much can change from now until winter. Regarding the 2020 Popcorn Challenge Day at camp, due to COVID, we had to cancel this incentive day for units. What the council can offer is a discounted rate to either our September 26th STEAM event or October 31st spectacular event at camp. Scouts that sold popcorn with the unit that qualified this year for the free day at camp are eligible to attend one of these events at the reduced rate of $15 instead of $25. Warehouse Sort Day has been moved to Wednesday, September 16th. Again, we encourage units to select one of your district warehouse locations for your initial order pickup. Red Cedar traditionally is at Worley Warehouse. This location is pending. Three Rivers is at Lynn County REC. In Old Capitol Valley, you will pick up your initial order at Johnson County Fairgrounds. So, prize program this year, we are continuing to offer prizes through our national supply group. And this year we're very excited to announce, instead of the Walmart gift cards, scouts that sell popcorn at qualifying levels are eligible to select a Visa gift card. These prize flyers will be available when you pick up your initial orders at your warehouse location September 16th or at the council office Friday, September 18th. This year, again, Pecatonica is providing the Winner's Circle prizes for scouts that sell $2,500 or $5,000 in popcorn. One thing to note with the Best Buy gift card, this is an e-gift card. So Pecatonica will email you instructions on how to activate your Best Buy gift card. And now we're excited to welcome our top popcorn seller from 2019, Mose Yoder with Troop 235 is going to share his selling tips and tricks. Last year, Mose raised an astonishing $10,359 worth of popcorn. Please join me in welcoming Mose.
Hi, I'm Mose Yoder, and I'm from Troop 235. I am a Star Scout, and I will be talking a little bit about some tips and tricks for selling popcorn and my experiences for popcorn growing up. So I started selling popcorn when I was a young tiger in Cub Scouts in Troop 234 out of Kelowna, and I went up through the ranks of Cub Scouts, and then when I came to Boy Scouts, I joined the Riverside Troop, Troop 235, and I've been selling there ever since. Selling popcorn for me, I guess, growing up has always been something that I enjoyed, and it's just a fun experience. You get to meet new people, experience new things. You have good and bad experiences, but really it's a learning experience, and it helps you honestly with life skills as you go up through the ranks and through the ages. When you're going out and selling popcorn, you have good days and you have bad days. You'll meet people who will be really personable and really nice, and maybe they'll buy a couple tins from you. And then you have those people who just maybe aren't really interested in it, and sometimes they don't come to the door. But you get some yeses and you get a lot of no's. But the no's are definitely something you can learn, and those are big learning points for me. When I go door to door, I get a lot of no's and some yeses, but it's really a learning experience, and you just gotta be persistent and keep going. And that's a big part of how I've sold so much popcorn. Last year I ended up selling a little over $10,000, and that was my ultimate goal for selling popcorn, but it was really a big achievement for me. But it's really something I enjoy, and I love meeting new people and establishing relationships and friendships with the buyers that I do meet, and just really going out there in the world and having new experiences each year. A typical sale, if I can get a person to buy, they'll usually, maybe, it depends really when you're going door to door, like what the resident area is, what the residential area is. If it's maybe a little higher end, like a development, then maybe you'll get a couple more sales. But really, honestly, you can sell just about anywhere as long as you're allowed to. But you get a lot of sales. I get a lot of sales no matter what, because you got to be persistent. You can get, maybe you'll get 4 doors out of 10 to come to the door, and maybe you'll get 2 out of those 4 to buy. But you just keep going. You hit maybe a couple hundred doors in a day, and then you can get a couple sales out of that. I usually go out and I try to fill a sheet for afternoon in about 5 or 6 hours. My mom and I go out and we average usually about $100 an hour, but on good days we'll make $800 to $1,000, and on slower days we'll make maybe $400. But it really depends on the day and what kind of mood the buyers are in. But another trick I use is, it's not really a trick, but a big part of how you sell a lot of popcorn is just salesmanship, or being polite to the customers and just respecting them. If they say no, you say thank you for your time and you wish them a good day, and then you're on your way to your next house. But if they say yes, then you thank them for buying and still make sure that you wish them that they've had a good day. And that, I think, really makes a good impression on them, and then maybe when you come back next year, maybe they'll buy from you again. It's like, if it's a person that I know, like, personally, then, I mean, they kind of already know my name, and I'll just say, hi, would you like to buy some Boy Scout popcorn? But if I'm going door to door and say Iowa City, then I'd go up to the door, I knock on the door. When they come to the door, I'll say, hi, I'm Mose Yoder from Troop 235. Would you like to buy some popcorn? And then I hand them the sheet, and then I help them choose whatever popcorn they would like, and that's pretty much how it goes, and that tends to work pretty well for me. My favorite kind is actually a kind that you guys are bringing back this year. It's the White Ruby, and I was a little bit disappointed when it was taken out last year, but now that it's back this year, I think it'll have a lot of sales, because I definitely had a lot of people asking for it last year. But that's definitely my favorite by far. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope you guys all have a good popcorn season. I hope we sell a lot of popcorn. Thank you.
As we look at the product lineup for this year, I want to call your attention to the Hometown Heroes Trio. Last year, this would have been called the Classic Trio. Same contents, classic caramel, cheddar cheese, and natural, but the image on the outside of this tin is peppered with the frontline responders, frontline workers, teachers, factory workers, grocery store clerks, things like that. So really calling attention to the people who have stepped up in the last several months. Redesigned double butter microwave box, the IOWave in the milk chocolatey pretzels, the Mud Puddle Sea Salt Peanut Butter Cup, an updated Iowa Hawkeyes Caramel with Sea Salt tin, the Cubs tin with the caramel sea salt, as well as the cheese and the jalapeno. We have the 16 packs of the butter, sea salt light, and the kettle. The White Ruby and the White Cheddar, those are in resealable tubs this year. The reason behind that is when we were developing the product mix several months ago, we thought with the amount of people who look to buy $10 items, we wanted a positive leave behind. So this resealable bucket has the Scout Law and the Scout Oath on it. So it's to serve as a good feeling leave behind. So as they are snacking out of this tub or have it sitting in their pantry or on their coffee table, they look at it and it's a positive reinforcement of what Scouting is and why we need Scouting. And then we round out the mix with the popping corn and the $20 military donation. New this year is the popcorn banner. So in previous years, we have supplied the chloroplast signs, so the bullet boards, front and back, a little bit of a smaller banner on one side and then talking points on the other. Think that this would be highly advantageous this year in regards to calling attention to booth sales or pop-up or drive-throughs or things of that nature. So every unit participating in the sale gets a banner to help them with calling attention to their sale. The different ways to sell. The take order flyer is what it has been in the past, just a redesigned flyer, but that form has 30 spaces for 30 different consumers to do their order. New this year is the door hanger. So these are for those people who may need a little bit more time to decide, need a little bit more of that social distancing on a door-to-door basis, one-on-one basis. And then as we've seen over the last year, or with the rise of video doorbells, people may be screening who they're answering the door for. So if they see that somebody has left something behind, they're more apt to come up and take a look at it. On the back of the door hanger, that's where the descriptions are, the pricing is, whether it's gluten-free, kosher with dairy, things of that nature. But at the bottom is where the scout can say, I'm coming back to pick this order up on, and insert the date. We did not want to leave this as a passive response for the consumer. We wanted them to take action. So if they know a scout is coming back, they'll take the time to look it over, jot down what they want, and either hang it back on their doorknob or meet the scout on the day that they said they were going to come back. The office does have leftover yard signs from previous years. The information is transferable from year to year, as we don't list the product mixes or containers on it. So if you would like to use one of these signs, yard signs, reach out to the council to get one of those for your units. The where to sell. So in previous years, it's a pretty common thing. You know, your bread and butter is you do your booth sales, you go door to door, and then you sprinkle in some online sales. Depending on where you are and what your community is going through, you may need to be a little bit more creative. So sitting in front of a grocery store, a box store, you might not be able to do that. You might have to think outside the box and let's say set up at the entrance and the exit of the parking lot rather than the front door or the exit door of the building. So by doing that, if you have a selfie stick or can purchase a selfie stick, anywhere from $4 to $6, you can put the card reader on your cell phone, never have to get within a couple of feet of these people driving through, so much like a coffee shop. So they pick through the product list on your phone, swipe their credit card, you put it into their trunk. The pop-up concept, using technology to our advantage. So there's an app called Nextdoor. So the Nextdoor app is based on zip code. So as a unit, you could put out, hey, we're selling at the corner of Elm and Maple on Saturday from 1 to 6, come by and support us. So that is community supporting community. So everybody who has that app can see that and then can choose to come by. And the drive-through option, as we talked about, you know, whether you have people stay in their vehicles or you set up some socially distanced tables, 1 with product mix, 2 to collect payment, and then 3 to hand them their product. Again, just knowing that everyone has different comfort levels this year. The show and deliver option is taking show and sell product that you typically either would have at a booth sale, a pop-up, a drive-through, and then you're just taking it door to door. So you're taking anywhere from 2 to 4 products to the door. Provided they answer, you have a higher percentage of selling that product, and then the transaction happens all right there. You don't have to come back and deliver anything like you do with a take order sale. How to sign up a scout for an online ID. This is a tutorial video that you can find at prpopcorn.com under the helpful links tab. We have 4 different tutorial videos to help you with whether it's navigating the website, helping track inventory throughout the sale, or just a refresher on seller IDs. So any seller who's signed up in previous years, this tutorial video would actually walk you through on how to have that email resent to those scouts to remind them of the seller ID. The store itself, the online popcorn store, opened actually on August 1, will close December 7th. The best part of the online store is there's no deliveries. The unit does not take possession of the product. The unit does not have to collect any payment, but you benefit from the commission from every order that is placed using a seller ID outside of within your unit. So Free shipping continues for the 2020 season as it did in 2019. All sales count towards prize levels. And the mix itself has been expanded. Actually, it follows the Scout law: trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, so on and so forth. But introducing some higher end toffees, cherry cordials, clusters, pretzels, things like that. So some unique mixes. And one of the things that we've been asked for throughout the last several years is a standalone White Ruby online. So we've done that. And to round it all off, we have military donations in increments of $10. In regards to credit card readers, all I want to convey here is that the unit has the ability to take credit card payments or debit card payment, whether it's with Square, Pay Anywhere, or some other card processor. That's what we're trying to convey here. Last year, we partnered with payanywhere.com. We had some feedback that the customer service wasn't the greatest. The process the application process was just a little clunky. So we partnered with Square this year. There's a document on our website, again, under the helpful tips section, that tells you how to apply for this. So it steps you through the different screens. It also gives you a link. You can see at the bottom right-hand corner of this screen, squareup.com/i/PRPopcorn1, and that'll get you $1,000 free card processing for the first 6 months. And that clock starts at the time of the application. So don't wait until the sale starts to apply for a card reader. Give yourself a week. Usually these take 4 to 5 days to show up in your mailbox. Some more tutorial videos if you need some help navigating the website in terms of placing orders, running reports, things of that nature. Again, prpopcorn.com under helpful tips on how to navigate Scout Boss. The website itself, some information about us, where we're located, how long we've been around, the helpful tips, again, tutorial videos, the slide deck on how to apply for a card reader. There's nutritional information. There's how many cases per car, how many items per case, all sorts of stuff. Donation receipts. And then the contact us. If you should have any questions, clicking the contact us will populate an email and you can let us know what's on your mind. Kernel Tracker, a way to manage your popcorn inventory. Again, whether you're using an Excel spreadsheet, a Word document, something you've created, this is just another tool to help you hopefully make your life a little bit easier. So again, allows you to record product that you receive from the council, record product that you give out to scouts, return from scouts, or return from the council. So a free download available for you anytime you're ready. One other thing to mention is when you log into your unit dashboards, you will see a new link and it's called Files. So under the Files link, you now have PDF copies of the sales brochures. So the take order form, the door hanger. We've also uploaded individual images to help you building your card reader inventory store so that customers can click on pictures, see the price, see the name of it, in order that way rather than looking at an order form coming back over to your card reader store. So some new things there. Please let us know what you think. If you have any questions, again, let us know.